Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're doing something really exciting. We're going to chart your personal evolution from being a complete AI beginner all the way to becoming an enterprise-ready AI orchestrator using Google Gemini. We're going to completely strip away the hype, ignore all those flashy buzzwords, and look directly at the actual architectures, the frameworks, and the workflows you absolutely need to know to lead an intelligent enterprise. So here's our roadmap for the journey. We'll kick things off with Phase 1, understanding the core engine. Then we'll move through the language of AI, giving AI autonomy and vision, integrating the enterprise, and finally, navigating the future. All right, let's jump straight into Phase 1, understanding the core engine. This whole AI journey didn't just happen overnight. We've actually progressed from Alan Turing's early concepts way back in 1950, dragged through these frozen funding periods that people call the AI winters, right up to the massive deep learning boom in 2012. But the absolute most critical shift is where we are right now, the multimodal era of 2026. See, legacy AI models kind of awkwardly stitch together separate text, audio, and vision tools. But systems like Google's Gemini, they were built from the ground up to process text, audio, video, and code simultaneously, all through one single architecture. It's a total game changer. Now, you hear these terms thrown around a lot, but the distinction in how they actually work is pretty straightforward. Standard machine learning, it basically needs human hands to manually engineer features so the algorithm can learn. Deep learning, on the other hand, relies on deep artificial neural networks. It automatically discovers features from massive amounts of raw data. It literally does the heavy lifting for you. And to run those massive neural networks, the hardware had to evolve too. We moved from NVIDIA's GPUs, which, funny enough, were originally built for gaming graphics but just happened to be perfect for the complex math required in deep learning, to Google's specialized TPUs, or tensor processing units. These are custom microchips explicitly tailored to accelerate neural network computations within the Gemini ecosystem. That is the specialized engine driving all this intelligence. Okay, moving right along to Phase 2, the language of AI. Look, a lot of people treat AI like a glorified search engine, and honestly, that's a massive mistake. To get professional-grade, high-level output, you need to structure your prompt across 4 actionable pillars. First, you've got to tell the AI exactly who to be, give it a role. Second, you need to give it context. Third, you give it a highly specific task. And finally, constraints. This dictates what it must not do, or exactly how it should format the output, like asking for a valid JSON object or a markdown table. The difference between a weak command and an optimized blueprint is just night and day. A bad prompt leaves everything to chance, but an optimized prompt, it leaves zero room for confusion. And here's a pro tip. You can supercharge these optimized prompts using advanced logic triggers like chain of thought. Just by adding the simple phrase, think step by step before providing the final answer, you force the AI to output its reasoning process first. That dramatically reduces logical errors and hallucinations. Now, when you pair that perfect prompting framework with Gemini 1.5 Pro's massive context window, well, the game completely changes. 2 million tokens. Let that sink in for a second. The context window is basically the short-term memory space the AI has for a single conversation. 2 million tokens means you don't just ask it simple questions. You can upload entire massive code bases, hours of audio files, or hundreds of pages of market research PDFs into a single chat, and the AI will synthesize that data instantly without losing track of a single detail. Let's step it up a notch with Phase 3, giving AI autonomy and vision. So, how do visual models actually create something out of nothing? Visual models like Imagen 3 or video tools like Veo, they aren't just copying and pasting existing pixels from the internet. They use what are called diffusion models. Think of it like this. The model starts with a canvas of pure, random, static noise, like an old broken TV screen. Then, guided entirely by your text prompt, it gradually reverses that noise step by step. It's a process literally called denoising, and it happens until a perfectly crisp, highly specific image or video frame emerges. It's almost like magic, but it's pure math. Creating images is amazing, but it's just one tool in the toolbox. This massive shift in capability is exactly why we have to differentiate a basic, reactive chatbot from a true AI agent. A chatbot is purely reactive. It answers your prompt, and then it just stops working. An autonomous AI agent, however, is given a high-level goal, and it works proactively to solve it. It relies on 4 things: an LLM brain for reasoning, memory to remember past context, planning to break its goal down into subtasks and self-correct, And finally, tools, which allow it to search the web, run code, or hit databases until the job is actually finished. Which brings us to phase 4, integrating the enterprise. When you start applying these agents across different corporate departments, the ROI is absolutely staggering. We're talking serious disruption of legacy workflows. In marketing, manual drafting that used to take days becomes instant, pumping out 50 localized variants at once. In customer support, Tier 1 manual FAQ digging is fully replaced by autonomous agents that provide instant resolutions. In finance, complex cross-quarter Excel balancing turns into an instant multivariate audit. It completely eliminates the manual drudgery and replaces it with high-velocity, highly accurate output. And we can actually string these autonomous actions together using visual automation builders like Make.com or Zapier. It creates this incredibly powerful if this, then that pipeline. So imagine a trigger fires, like a new client fills out a form. Make.com catches that data and passes it instantly to the Gemini API. Gemini then uses a strict prompt to logically classify if the client is high value or low value. Based on that AI reasoning, branching logic automatically pings an executive's Slack channel. It is a completely hands-free, intelligent multi-step system. But here's the catch. To make those pipelines truly useful, the AI needs to know about your specific private company data. We solve this using a brilliant framework called RAG, or Retrieval Augmented Generation. RAG lets us safely feed our AI agent private internal business documents without ever exposing them to the public internet. Basically, your company documentation is chopped up and converted into a numerical vector database. When a user asks a question, the system retrieves only the specific matching private paragraphs and seamlessly combines them with the prompt. The AI gives a highly accurate answer based only on your internal data without ever needing an expensive, time-consuming model retraining. Finally, let's look at phase 5. Navigating the future. Being truly enterprise-ready means you have to actively secure your systems. You absolutely must defend against adversarial attacks like prompt injection, which is where bad actors try to hide malicious override commands inside normal user inputs. To secure against this, corporations are deploying isolated cloud architectures like Google Cloud Vertex AI, making sure zero customer data is ever shared with public interfaces. And honestly, this is absolutely crucial. For any high-risk action, like hiring or executing financial transfers, you have to mandate a human in the loop. The AI is your co-pilot, but human validation is a strict requirement before anything gets executed. And that brings us to what should be the absolute gold standard of your corporate AI policy: no source code or personally identifiable information leakage. Ever. Employees must be completely forbidden from pasting unencrypted, proprietary corporate data into public, consumer-facing chat boxes. All data processing has to flow through those secure, authenticated API pathways we were just talking about. So, what does this all mean for us? As rote manual tasks disappear and we inch closer and closer to artificial general intelligence, where systems actually achieve cognitive parity with humans across economically valuable tasks, and as AI becomes embodied in physical robotics, the entire nature of work is going to fundamentally change. The low-level execution tasks are already being automated. So I want to leave you with a question to really think about. How will you step up and adapt from being a mere task doer to becoming a human AI collaborator who actually guides and leads the intelligent enterprise?